I've already removed this, but I put it back in without the hoses just to show you. So you pop this off and you pull the canister out. There's a bolt here. The canister actually comes out of this little bracket. Just like that, right? I might have it backwards. It might have been like that. I don't really remember. Anyway, the hose that is in the middle, mark it with some like blue tape, because that's going to be the vent line that you're going to run down the side of the bike. The other one on this outer edge goes to the what do they call it? I don't know, PVC or PCV valve that you're going to bolt and block off. So anyway, take this out, and then you're going to take this screw. This was screwed on. Screw this thing out, and I removed another one that was down here. This screw obviously goes back in because it holds the seat, and then that's how you get rid of that stuff. Okay, and then sorry, I'll put it this way. The tool bag now fits in here. And there's still some more room in here. There's actually a lot of room back up in there too. I don't know if you can see it, but and there's some electronic wires and stuff back there, but there's definitely more room. Right now I just want to put the tools in here. Okay. Okay, removing the tank. So, I've already done some of this, but let me just go over it real quick. The plastics have to come off. Took off these. When you put this on, make sure you realize there's a little catch right here. You can see it that you had to put on. And of course, screwing that in is not a big deal. There's, I don't know, where's that one? Here, here, and so on. The black plastics aren't a big deal. Don't forget that there's one right here as well for this hold the black plastics on. So did that on both sides. Disconnected this wire from right here. Okay, no big deal. Then I disconnected this white thing from right here in the tank. Okay. Then I disconnected this hose from here on the tank as well. And these fit down into these little channels. Make sure you get them back in there. Then on the tank, there was a big bolt right here that I removed. And then there's one on each side right here. It has to be removed. And now it feels like, it feels like the tank's free. But I think before I tug too hard, I need to take care of something underneath here. So I turned this one closed, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. I think that shuts the fuel off to these hoses. I did the same for the other side. There's one on the other side as well. Okay. So now I'm getting ready to take this hose off. And again, there's one on the other side matching. So I'll be right back. Alright, so got that off of there. I had to slide this little retainer back a little bit. And this hose just goes around to the other side. You can see I got that off as well. Connects the two sides of the tank together. So that's done. I'm going to move this though a little bit. Okay. Now the problem though is, just look underneath here. I don't know what to do with all this. This hose needs to come out, but I don't see how. And then I have to disconnect this wire, this connector. So I'm going to work on that next. Alright, let me show you this. Underneath here. Oh. So this doesn't come off here. It actually goes up And I pushed on this button here, and it pulled apart from this piece here. That was interesting. Hopefully I can get it back together. I think there's a fuel filter in there. That's why. So now all I have left, and I'm having some difficulty, is getting this thing apart. And now there's a little thing here you gotta push, but it will not come apart. So I'm gonna struggle with that now. So to get this off, what I did was the spot right here where this little piece, this lever goes in. Okay, I used a really small screwdriver, flathead like that, and I pushed it in there and then kind of pushed up at the same time to get it to come off. So I think the tank is free. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can lift it up and off. So we'll see. It's off. So a couple things. One, I really wish I hadn't done this project because it's a pain in the butt. But I'm sure at some point we all have to remove the tank, right? So we can get to the air canister. I'm not really the type of guy that does this type of work. Oh, I better take care of this before I don't lose it. I did not have to take off this front stuff, but as I was sliding the tank, you know, the tank is sitting on these things, right? So as I was sliding the tank up and tried it back, I had to kind of push these inside of the tank. You know, they're on the outside of the tank. I had to just kind of like bend it a little bit and stick it on the inside of the tank so I could actually get the tank to slide up over the outside. It wasn't easy, but you just kind of pull back and lift up at the same time and you'll get it. And there we go. So what was the whole purpose of all this? Well, it was to remove that evaporator canister. And I was trying to do it without taking off the tank. I don't see how that's possible. Here's one of the hoses. The other hose is right here. So now I'm going to finish moving them through. So by the way, the hose that connects to the center of the evaporation canister had fuel coming out of it. I put a piece of blue tape on this so I would know which one it was. I think that is the vent from the fuel tank. So that's my guess anyway. I'll find out for sure and I'll post it on the video. So now I'm gonna follow these hoses to where they go. So remember this hose right here that I connected from the fuel cap, the right hand side of the fuel cap? Well, that is this hose that I marked with a blue tape that connects to the center of the evaporation canister. And this hose goes up through around here, here, under here, wow, these are a little snake, and then to the tank. So that's probably my vent that I'm now going to run down to join these down here. So, to join this big bundle here. Now the other hose, this guy, all right, do this. This guy, snakes under here, you can just kind of see it wiggling right there, right? Comes here and connects to this point right here, okay? So what I'm going to do is probably cut this and just put a screw in here. I'll leave a little bit of hose on here and just put in a plug of some sort. All right, so that one's plugged up, okay? So it turns out this piece comes out really easy. You just squeeze here, squeeze on this plastic, and then it just came right off. Came right off of here. Okay, so I got it off, then I was able to cut the hose. I put this bolt in there, and then a couple of wire ties real tight, so it's not going anywhere. I wish I had a shorter bolt, but that fit, but I had to go with that thing. Oh, looks like a little pot pipe, doesn't it? Not that I would know that. Okay, So now I'm going to put it all back together and hope it works. Bye. So one other thing, when you're putting these panels back on, you'll note that that one slips. That slips underneath there like that. Okay. But more importantly is, you see this little bolt here? And then can you see this part here? So that has to slip. That has to basically fit on there. Sorry, how can I show that? Yeah, you kind of just slide that on first. That's step one before you bolt it all back up.